Good morning, St. Francis. It is Wednesday, September the 7th, 2021, Wednesday of the 23rd week in Ordinary Time, the 23rd week of the year. I have a new toy that I'm working with today, so I'm trying to figure out exactly how this works, and so it may be all over the place today. But it's a neat tool that was given as a gift to one of our parishioners from his generosity to help with this little thing that I do in the mornings. So graciousness, thank you to Jason and to helping this little ministry continue. Yeah. I think I know what I'm doing. Very beautiful thing about today is that there is low humidity. So finally, after what it seems like, I don't know, 4 months, 8 months, a year and a half of humidity here in Raleigh, it's finally beginning to break, at least for today. And so it's nice to be outside without having to become a sponge like this habit sometimes makes me into. Coming to you from the Memorial Garden back in Raleigh again. Can you see it there? It's there. Oh my gosh, look what I can do with this. Hold on, let's bring it back over here again. Am I there? There I am. Okay, good. Oops, okay, good. Wait for the plane to pass. Very loud tonight. So back in Raleigh, after having spent a lot of time away this past week. So glad to be back here in Raleigh, back at St. Francis, my little home. Today's readings, Colossians continues. Don't believe everything that you hear, is basically what Paul is saying. And don't be just misled or dismayed or whatever by people's teachings about the faith that might necessarily be true. Paul speaks about the Spirit that is within us that empowers us to be able to discern, sometimes on our own, what is good, what is right, what is true. We don't often need holy people to tell us who and what God is. Sometimes we can tell those holy people ourselves who and what God is. And so the understanding of the Spirit working within us that allows us to be able to come to knowledge and wisdom, understanding and experience of the wonder of God's love that is all around us, that is a part of us. This great Colossians letter that Paul writes is filled with all kinds of wisdom that's always important to remember as we hear it read every other year. In Luke's gospel, Jesus goes up on a mountain, he comes down from a mountain, he calls the disciples, they are named, and then he sends, and then he begins to walk with them throughout the countryside, healing people, and again, the understanding and echo from Sunday's gospel about healing power that comes from him. Dunamis is the word in Greek for this word that is used for, that is translated as power. Again, a word that might not necessarily sit well with a lot of people, especially today, when power can be used in a whole lot of negative ways and bring up a whole lot of negative connotations, but it still is power that comes from Christ. Again, power that is then given to us who believe, to be used rightly, to be used in a way that brings life, that brings hope, that brings, that builds relationships, that brings new horizons, dignity, and value. In the same way that people's experiences of who and what Father is in this world, may not be all that great or all that wonderful, and may be quite tragic and horrific. Still, God is named as Father, not anything else, because it helps us not to be able to limit ourselves to our own pain and our own anxieties and our own torments about what particular nouns happen to be in our own experience. God offers us the true meaning of what it is to be Father, in the same way that God offers us the true meaning of what it means to exercise power, to have power and experience power in our lives, that power that comes only and solely from God. May the Lord continue to give you his peace.